Hi friends, this is Becky Lewis in Central Indiana, and today it's fall, late fall, and I just wanted to show you friends there are still lots of things out here. Even though we've had snow and lots of frost and even sleet and all that stuff, there are still things to be had. And what I'm finding is that some of the things I thought I missed in spring have come back, probably from all the seeds that got dropped. So I just want to show you a few of the things that I gather. This is a neighbor's yard that I've been given permission to forage. The woman passed away like 3 years ago, and they pretty much just come and mow and clear out big stuff at the end of spring and all that when it gets overgrown. So, and they're just now kind of trying to do something with the property. So, but in the meantime, I have permission to forage this property. So I'm going to show you. I'll just start right here where I'm at. Okay, we have goldenrod leaves. I showed you goldenrod in another video in flower. You can use the leaves as well. Sometimes they're used as a spice. There is broadleaf dock, and there's a lot of young leaves in here that have not been burned by frost or snow or anything, and they're still green. Just have to check the backs up and make sure that they don't have little critters hiding out. And if you're going to get something like the greens on the goldenrod, you want to make sure it doesn't have, see how this one has like a kind of a mold or something on it. You want to make sure you don't get any of that. Just nice young tender greens that don't have any of that on them. And some of them also get little bug eggs on the back of them. I don't know if you'd be able to see that or not. I can't even see because of my screen reflection, but there's some little orange dots on the back of that, which I think are some kind of bug eggs. So, and you can see where I've gotten the top off of this one. I only take the ones that are perfectly clean and don't have any problems. So, okay, so we have the broadleaf dock, we have the goldenrod, and here's something I thought I missed completely this year and lost my chance, but I didn't. And this is so good for the lymphatic system, friends. This is in the mint family, and like all mints, they have a square stem. Not all square stems are mints, but all mints do have a square stem. These don't taste like mint, but these are purple dead nettle, and they are so highly nutritious. And everything I show you, I'll leave links below to tell you more about the plants, because I'm still learning myself, friends. And so I'll get to the point where when I know these things, or I'll get a book out and read them to you myself like my husband did in that other video. We're still learning, but there's so much of this stuff that is so nutritional and just delicious. Now I have to tell you, these purple dead nettle, they are quite an earthy flavor. I mean, really earthy. And so to use those, you might want to mix them in with stuff that has other kinds of stronger flavors or whatnot. You know, any kind of mints or anything. Okay, so let's see. So we have the broadleaf. There goes curly. Here's some curly dock. These are pretty well beat up, and I've picked most of the greens off of them that were still good, but they might still get some young ones. So we have curly dock, broadleaf dock, the purple dead nettle. Oh, look, here's a dandelion green. I have found some dandelions throughout the yard. Dandelions are something else I use, the greens and the roots. There's more curly dock. And these other things here that are growing in here, let's see, a whole bunch of these little things. I think that that's something I learned about earlier in the year that ended up not being something I wanted to eat, but I'll have to find out more about it. But can you see all these honeysuckle plants coming up? The honeysuckle flowers can be used in the summertime, but also the young leaves, the young tender leaves. I just put those right in my green drink and chop them up, but you can't eat the berries. Cannot eat the berries. Those are toxic. So, okay, and then also I saw in here earlier some, here we go. We got some wild onion or wild garlic, some people call it. Either way, but it's got this, it's got the round. It's got the round, if you can see the cross section down there, it is round. So, excuse me, from what I understand, that's supposed to be wild garlic, but it tastes like onions to me, and either way, I just call them wild onions. They're delicious. And then also, back in here, I saw some, man, I already picked too many of them to see them again. There's some over here. I wanted to show you some garlic mustard, which is also just so delicious, but it is quite invasive. So if you see them getting away in your yard, here we go. Here's a wild garlic mustard. Friends, these things are just unbelievably delicious. Just so delicious. I let this one go ahead and grow. I picked the big ones off of the other ones I found. Here's a lot more of this purple dead nettle, which I will be collecting before the frost and snow and stuff kills it off, because it's so highly medicinal. Okay, we also have thistle. I have a lot of this in my yard. I don't usually pick the thistle here, but there's a lot of thistle. This particular one is a Canadian thistle, and it is so extremely invasive that it spreads from under the ground as well. So, but these roots and the greens are also not only edible, but they're highly nutritious and incredibly medicinal. So, okay, friends, well, that's just a few plants. That's a lot of work for me to look up and post stuff on, but I'm hoping, friends, that any of you who watch these videos with the wild plants, I'm asking you, please, especially in these days, not only is our food depleted in the stores, if something did happen, you really kind of need to know what kind of things you can eat out there and what their actions are, so that if you start having a problem, you know what medicine to gather. And it's in nature, friends. Every one of these plants does different things medicinally and nutritionally. So that's just a quick little clip of this tiny little spot that I have the whole yard all the way around that I'm welcome to use. Oh, something else that I got today too, where we had some kind of storm the other day, knocked down some white pine branches, and pine needles have more vitamin C in them than lemons and oranges and stuff like that per weight. So that's something else to look into too, friends. You don't want to boil those. If you make a tea out of them, you just pour the hot water over them and let them sit. But I juice them into my green drink, and they are highly nutritious. So, okay, well, that's just a quick little grab of a few things that I use, friends. Please look into this more for your own sake, for your health, and for your security in the future. Much love. Bye for now.